All right, I'm live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a reading for fire signs today, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And that is for sun, moon, rising, or any major placements in your birth chart. If you don't know, I have provided a couple links that you can that you can use and get your free birth chart. And also, if the title resonates, excuse me, anytime a title resonates, it could mean that it's for you. And I've been hearing more and more that it's almost more important when the title resonates rather than the astrological placement. So anyway, something to keep in mind. I've already chosen 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'm going to clarify with the Good Tarot. And if there's time, I don't know, I'm feeling like for you guys, I'm feeling a little bit inspired to maybe pick a card from the Oracle of E. I used it in the reading that I did for all the signs recently, and it was really fun. And they're fun little, I think of them like booster cards. So we'll see. We'll see how long I ramble on. But okay, so to begin the reading, I chose exchanging gifts, and this is about giving and receiving equally. There's a face here on this box, and the image on this card makes me think about, it's like the box is the universe. It's like the universe is gifting you something, and out of this box pops somebody or a situation where they have something they want to give. She has a star in her hand. I don't know if you can see it, but it's good things coming in for you. And it's important to remember that you, I guess you being the kitty, is that you want to give back. And the kitty here is giving, I think, what is a piece of confetti. So it's like, the kitty doesn't have a lot to give, but the confetti brings it a lot of enjoyment. It has immense fun playing with that confetti. And so it wants to give back what gives it so much enjoyment. And, and this can be, figurative or metaphorical, like, just even giving a smile. Like if you want people to be more friendly with you and smile at you more, be the first one to offer that. If you want appreciation, appreciate others. If you want more money, give to people who need some. It's the law of giving and receiving, something maybe you want to look up. But this is a major component in your life right now, is learning how to give equally as you receive, and to remember that receiving is just as important as giving. There are some of us who find that giving is very easy and the receiving part not so much. And to know that receiving graciously and joyfully is really important, because when someone is giving some kind of gift, they want to feel like it's not just falling, short, that it's just like, oh, here's this thing, and you're like, thanks. I don't know. I guess, like, that doesn't feel good. And so it's learning how to do both equally. And then there's a piece also about, like when you get caught up in fear, Hey, Mad Soul Tarot. Good evening. Good morning. um, when you're caught up in fear of, say, not getting the appreciation you want, not getting the money that you want or need, then it it leads to imbalance, and that's where kind of the trouble comes in. And so again, it's just learning to stay in that balance of the giving and the receiving. So awesome. And the next card is Deep Knowing, which is about tapping into your intuition, tapping into that part of you that that is connected to your higher power. It's opening the door to the wisdom that that we are all connected to, but it's knowing how to go in and tap in. And I'll show you this card too, the Breathe card, which is about slowing down, taking the time to breathe, to meditate, to just try and get yourself in the present, get yourself in the moment, because that is where you can really tap in to this deeper part of yourself. I think of it as our most authentic part, because that's where we can access the deep knowing. And I just had something, and it left as quickly as it came. And I have garbage trucks driving around. Sorry for the noise. Being able to read between the lines, to see the bigger picture than what's being presented, is one of the gifts of tapping into this knowing. And again, using meditation is a great way to learn to tap into this part of yourself. It's literally training your mind to focus on what you want it to focus on, rather than just letting it just have a free for all, which is what we normally let our minds do. It's kind of how we're taught, or, yeah, in our society. It's just like, oh, the brain knows everything. And it's like, no, the brain is a tool, but it can, if you're not feeding it properly, then it can get stuck. It can get stuck in the ruts, in the crap circles. And it's learning to make that tool work for you. And by getting into this deep knowing, you are accessing this deeper wisdom, this higher wisdom. Although I don't know if higher is the right way to say it, but anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and clarify. You are learning to exchange gifts, which is really great. Wonderful things coming in. Learning the flow, what's important, what's truly important, how to show up in the world to make life work for you. One more shuffle, and we have Two of Water. And this is about harmonious partnership. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This is, I feel like, as you get, exchanging gifts with others creates this harmonious partnership. You're able, these two fish are kind of swimming around, and they're equal. They're enjoying the dance. And that is a part of the law of giving and receiving. It's a dance. It's a flow. What else? The Magician. The Magician is about alchemy, is about learning to, I'm really feeling like maybe these two cards kind of work in tandem to help build up the magician in you, that you're tapping into your intuition, your deep knowing through meditation, and that allows you to create changes. The Magician is about having a direct line to your higher power, to the universe, and that is where you can make the changes, where how do I say, yeah, I'm sorry, I I got a little distracted because this card is 29, and 9 plus 2 is 11, and then we have Magician is 1. It's a major arcana. So the 11 and the 1, and then we have the 2, and 2 plus 7 is 9. So there's, I don't know, the numbers are kind of jumping out at me for some reason this time. And I'm not sure what that means in this moment, but if those numbers mean anything to you, it's definitely something to think about, to consider, that there's something in this reading that is especially important for you. So yeah, again, kind of tapping into your innermost authentic self, which is your connection to your higher wisdom, which is your connection to source. And that's where you get your magic from. Okay. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get it out. 9 of Fire. I want to say this is about uncertainty. Feeling, there's a word. There's a word that's not coming to me. Caution. Feeling cautious. Reevaluating circumstances. And that may be why you need to tap in to your deep knowing, to your intuition, because you're having to reevaluate something. Maybe you've been in relationships where there hasn't been equal give and take, where there was someone who was giving more and someone who was receiving more. This is very common. And it's put you in this place of feeling cautious about anything that will come into your life eventually. The new people coming in. And it's learning that what comes in the future doesn't necessarily have to reflect the past, if you're spending the time learning the lessons and moving forward in a different place, in a different way. Because this is speaking to, this, I feel like this is what's coming, that maybe you're moving out of something, but there is the opportunity, there's the possibility, a very good possibility of, again, the harmonious relationship. I'm feeling like I need to read this one because there might be something that I'm missing. Loving and lasting relationship, harmonious partnership, heart connection between two souls. Yeah. So that by tapping in to your authentic self, that you are able to call someone in who can mirror that, who you are in alignment with. Maybe you are literally in the process of changing yourself. You are using your magic to transform. Six of water. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely leaving something behind that was uncomfortable at the very least. That yay! Thanks, Matt Soltero. Really enjoy your lives when I catch them. Chilled and good vibes. Sweet. Thank you so much for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And it makes me so happy that you're here. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, so you're leaving something behind, because the Six of Water is about reflecting on the past, the nostalgia, thinking about the sweet memories, the things that that maybe you miss, that you've had to let go. And particularly with this card, she's holding her stomach. She does not look happy. And this is saying that you might be in a time right now where you're just trying to come to terms with whatever's happened. And that's okay. It's part of the process. It's allowing you. I think taking this time, she's alone at the water's edge. The water represents emotion. So it's like taking the time to just be with her emotions, and that is helping her to tap in to this deep knowing. Yeah, so it's all part of what you're supposed to be going through, and you are gaining a big gift. You are transforming. You are becoming the magician. You are using your magic to literally transform yourself and your world. You're going from a place of not exchanging, or where there wasn't equal exchange, and you're coming to this place where you can give and receive equally with others. That's cool. That's really good. Five of water. Okay. Yeah, you're in it. This is the ebb and flow of emotions. But it's at this place where you've felt the emotions, you've allowed them to come and go, and they are gradually moving out. Better to say, because emotions never move out. They come and go, and depending on where we are in our life, whatever the situation is that you are coming out of, you are coming to a place of feeling less grief and less pain, and you're starting to get into a place of more understanding, more acceptance, moving towards, you may not be there yet, but moving towards a place where you can finally forgive yourself, forgive the other person or the other people, which is the key to moving forward. And I've said this before, forgiveness isn't letting someone else off the hook necessarily. It's literally releasing you from all the lower vibrational stuff that's keeping you glued to the situation. It's cutting the cords and separating yourself, and having a broader understanding, having a more objective view of the situation, and knowing you both did the best you could and at the time, and moving on. And again, releasing it. It's easier said than done, but you're in the process. You'll get there eventually. And the World. Number 21. Here we go with the 2 and the 1 again. 2s and 1s are big right here. I mean, I have other numbers here too, but the 2s and the 1s are really popping out. And we have another major arcana. So I'm not remembering. I'm not remembering this one. Perspective. Gaining perspective. Yes. Yeah, this is your deep knowing and your practice, your spiritual practice. And literally just taking the time to breathe is giving you the perspective that you need to be able to move forward in a more positive way, to be able to release what you've come out of. I'm going to read the little blurb here. I haven't pulled this one very often. You're being called to shift your perspective on your life now. When you remember you are first and foremost an immortal soul experiencing life as a human being, you have no fear. It's all just lessons. It's all just learning. You can see clearly that you are a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit. Align yourself with Spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes, and you will be a conduit for miracles. This is you aligning to Spirit, to your higher power, whatever that is. And literally tapping into the magic that is there, that is always at our fingertips when we can just take the time to, to tap in, by breathing, by stepping back. This is really good. Okay. I feel like ending this reading on the World is perfect, but I'm not exactly ending it. I'm going to pick one more card from the Oracle of E. So, yeah, again, I don't know. I'm feeling, when I was tapping into doing to the fire signs and doing this reading, there was definitely a feeling of a little bit of buoyancy, a little bit of upliftment. I don't know how to say it, because when I did the earth sign reading yesterday, it was heavy. And a part of it was just doing it after my long day at my job. And I was just like, oh, but the reading itself was really intense. And today I'm definitely picking up on a different energy. So I think that's why I was drawn to this deck, because there's a message here that's perfect for you. Psst. What is it? Psst, ahem. Hey, you. I almost get the feeling that this is the universe, like tapping you on the head, like, hey, I'm here. Wake up. Let's see what it says. And again, we have the 1, and then we also had the 6 from the 6 of water. So, I don't know. Again, the numbers are just, I don't know why. In this moment, I don't know. I usually think of stuff after, and I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. Or, I make connections, but in the moment, I'm just kind of like, ah. We'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, nada, zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are. Ah, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, makes me think of what did I say? In the beginning of this reading, I was talking about fear. It was with the law of giving and receiving that um, fear is what slows your progress. It's what gets you stuck. And the way to deal with fear is to, it says recognize it for the poser it is. I suppose you could say that. Fear comes from a place in us that has been wounded, is usually the child within us that is trying to protect us, that is trying to save us from, you know, destruction and doom. And so it's really important to acknowledge that part that is kind of throwing out the fear and be like, thank you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, to caring about me so much that you want to keep me out of the world. Because really that's what fear does. It wants us to just like hide in our little hole and not go outside the box, not stretch our wings. It's too dangerous that way. And yet, that is what life is about. And so, it's important for you to, once you acknowledge it, you love it, you thank it, give it a big hug, and you say, you know what? I've got this. I'm in charge, and we're going to move forward together. And I will prove to you that it's going to be okay. And that is what helps you transform, because then you're tapping into your higher power. And the flow. And that's what brings in all the amazing things, including these wonderful souls in your life who are bringing balance, who want to reciprocate the giving and the receiving. So yeah, that's really cool. You're on the right path. Trust yourself. You know what's best for you. So yeah, Mad Soul Tarot, Sagittarius, right on. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it has been so much fun. I love doing this. Someday this is going to be my job, and I won't call it a job because I won't feel like it. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night, and tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And like and subscribe.